Hello everyone, Bill Johnson here with Gus, the Groovy Bus. I think we believe it's groovy because of the paint job and it's older and just kind of cool. So we call it Gus the Groovy Bus. But anyway, you can't have a groovy bus if you can't serve cold refreshments. This bus originally didn't have any type of outdoor refrigerator. It did have an outdoor ice maker where you see the pancake compressor today, and it had a small entertainment system right here. I took both of those out. They were very bulky and that really makes a perfect tool bay. So I moved the entertainment bay to this bay here and wanted to add a refrigerator freezer. Looking at the various options, I decided to go with a Dometic brand. It is a compressor-based refrigerator freezer, so it will freeze, it will hard freeze. And I bought a slide, a Dometic slide, to put it on. Now the concerns I had is I wanted to still be able to get to the generator filter access. And there's a squirrel cage fan that's used to cool the generator radiator behind that panel. So continued access to those was important. But this unit is a CFX75 DZ. The DZ stands for dual zone. And the slide will simply unlatch it. You can pull it right out. You can mount the refrigerator freezer to the slide using screws in the bottom, or there are also straps that you can use and tie to the handle if you think you'll be removing it frequently. Now the freezer lid does hit the top of the door frame a little, but doesn't restrict access. And if I push it in a little further, I have even more clearance. So that's the one downside with this installation, but I think the positives far outweigh the negatives. So let's start with the refrigerator side. I have this side set to refrigerator. You can see it's very roomy. There are some drinks in there, but plenty of space for drinks and whatever you need. And this side is the freezer. The compressor is under that ledge, so the freezer is a little smaller. You'll see you have LED lights, which are very convenient. And you can set these two zones independent of one another. So if you look at the control pad, you'll see one zone is set at 36, the other is set to 30. And the temperature drifts up and down beyond the set point. That's actually what the temperature is, not what the set points are at. So if I go to set temperature, you can see I have it set at 37 and 28. And I'm noticing it'll go plus or minus 2 degrees either side of those set points, maybe 3 at times, but you'll have about a 4 to 6 degree swing, total swing. You can also set the battery. You can run this off either 115 volts AC or 12 volts DC. If you're running off 12 volts DC, you can decide how much battery you want it to use before it decides to turn itself off. That way, if you have it plugged into your car, you won't come back to a dead battery. Bluetooth, there's an app on the Apple Store you can download so you can access all of these settings via Bluetooth. And also there's an alarm function, which is very nice. The Wi-Fi feature I have not tried. I don't know if that allows you access over the internet or not. Display, set your units. And the nice thing about the dual zone, you can turn them both on, or one on, or the other on. And you can use either zone for refrigeration. And I don't know if you can use both zones for freezer or not, but I know you can use the one zone for freezer. So that is the Dometic CFX75 dual zone. They do have a larger version, I think a 90 or 100 dual zone, and they have several smaller versions as well. We have used it on one trip and really love it so far. It's been very handy. to not have to run in and out of the side of the coach, into and out of the coach, to get whatever you want to grill, the frozen stuff you want to grill or whatever. And it's nice to have drinks outside and perhaps even ice cream treats or whatever. So it's going to be very handy. It pushes in just by, again, lifting the button or lifting the lever and just pushing it in. And it's really just an ideal size for this bay in this Prevost bus. So far I'm very happy with it. Seems to be a very good quality. You'll see the handles are spring loaded but made out of aluminum. It seems to be a very good, very high quality product. And of course Dometic does a lot of the HVAC in the RV world, so it's a large company to stand behind the product as well. So I like it. I think it's going to be good for us. You can still open the lids even with it pushed all the way in. You can see you can get plenty of opening there. Of course the back lid is a little tighter with that, but you can still reach in there and get stuff really easily. So even if you don't want to pull it all the way out, it's still very handy just to quickly grab something. Okay, Dometic CFX75 dual zone. The unit I think was about $1,200. The slide was a couple $100, so it's not inexpensive, but it does, again, it seems like it's very high quality.